marketers. Debra Eckerling here.
And I'm Keith Smith, and we host the MPN Meta Marketing Show, which is not just another marketing podcast, but the marketing podcast about all the other marketing podcasts.
Podcasts are booming, right? We love them, and people actually listen. They don't scroll, they don't swipe, well, except maybe during the ad breaks.
But here's the secret. With the Marketing Podcast Network, your ads don't make people hit skip. We put your brand on shows that people actually want to hear.
That's right. We match your message with podcasts that make marketing nerds like us perk up and take notes, or at least nod knowingly, pretending they understand.
And don't worry, because we'll deliver your ad naturally. People might even think that we love your brand personally, which of course we totally do, unless it's a veggie smoothie, then maybe not.
If you want your brand heard without making listeners roll their eyes,
head to marketingpodcasts.net and catch marketing fans at work, rest, and play. Seriously, your audience is already listening. Make sure they hear your brand and not our awkward jokes.
Join the conversation, because good ads shouldn't just be tolerated, they should be enjoyed.
Yes!
Welcome, everyone. I'm Debra Eckerling, author, goal strategist, and book proposal specialist, and this is the Book Proposal Podcast. On this episode, I'm answering the question, how do I know if I'm ready to write my book proposal? You can actually get started on your proposal at any time. However, when you're ready to actually dig into it, these are the three things you must have: a unique marketable idea, expertise on the subject, and a desire to write the book. Let's address that last thing first. You need to be the one who wants to write your book. If you're writing a book because people say, oh, you're such an expert, you need to write a book, that's not going to get it done. Now, people are saying this and you want to write the book, that's another story. But if you're not there yet, you will likely find yourself procrastinating and just being stressed out by the whole idea of writing a book. Now, you may come to a point when you're ready to write it. It's just not yet. So keep a notebook with ideas for your book, and then someday, when the timing is right, you can refer back to it and get a running start. The other two things, a unique marketable idea and expertise, are the essence of the overview, which is where you express, usually in one page, what the idea is, what makes it unique, and why you are the best and only person who can write it. Once you really own your expertise and are vested in your take on the topic, you're ready to go. The three parts of the proposal are the concept and the context, and then the content. Once you have the concept and the context, then you could start working on the content, what the book is, how you're going to organize it, the elements, sections, chapters, the bones of the actual book. I was at an event over the weekend, and while this woman was presenting, she was maybe like 2 minutes in, I just kept thinking over and over again, where is her book? She was clearly an expert on the subject. She was tapping into something that people need to know about and has never been covered in this way. So, of course, I approached her afterward and asked the question, where's your book? To which she said, funny you should ask. I'm headed out on a writing retreat this week to outline my book. So I responded, great, when you get back, let's talk about your book proposal. From her presentation, I knew she had this niche and the marketing down, and she confirmed her desire to write it. So I knew that once she fully fleshed out the content, she could dive into and start writing her book proposal. And you can too. So really, like I said, own your niche, own your take on the topic. As long as you've got that desire to write the book, there should be nothing stopping you from getting started. Thank you for tuning in. Please follow, subscribe, and join me every week. And let's turn your idea into a plan and your plan into a book so your book can get in the hands of those who need to read it. Do you have a question about book proposals? Email me, deb@thedebmethod.com. Connect with me on LinkedIn and follow @thedebmethod for more resources and tips to get you excited about planning and achieving your book proposal goals. And you can learn more at thebookproposalexpert.com.
You may know you're listening to this show along the Marketing Podcast Network, but did you know there are other great shows on MPN to help your business? Robbie Samuels hosts the On the Schmooze podcast. Robbie, tell listeners what to expect from the show.
Since 2015, I've interviewed entrepreneurs who overcame challenges to achieve success in their field or industry. Tune in to On the Schmooze to listen as I ask deep questions to elicit untold stories about leadership and networking.
And where can people subscribe?
Find the show at ontheschmooze.com or on marketingpodcast.net, or just search for it wherever you get your podcasts.
You heard them. Go subscribe. This podcast is heard along the Marketing Podcast Network. For more great marketing podcasts, visit marketingpodcasts.net.